Test, test, test. Let me see how we sounded. Let me see how we sounded. Test, test, test. Let me see how we sounded. Let me know if the audio sounds good, yo. So we are in a setup currently. We're in this NAS100 setup. We hit TP3. It's rejected on us now though, but we did hit TP3. Let's see what else we got going on. And I'm looking at GJ and GU for possible buys also. G did a nice push also. So looking at possible GJ buys here. If GJ can maintain 218.30 as support, we could look for buys right here. GU, if we can maintain 33.75 as support, we could look for buys as well. And then when NAS100, we're gonna see if we can maintain 28.950 as resistance. We hit TP3 on this, end up rejecting. So we're gonna see if we can keep on pushing for us. And we got GJ doing a nice retest here also. Make sure to like the live, hop up in here, subscribe if you have not already. And somebody let me know if the audio sounds good to y'all. It sounds good on my end, but let me know if it sounds good for y'all as well. What's going on, my boy? What's going on? Just looking right here to see if we can maintain 218.25 as support, 218.30 supporters right here. GU slowly been pushing as well. About to see if NAS can drop back down for us also. Now gold, we're not touching gold. Gold's in the middle of reversing, so unless we push back down here, I'm not going to touch gold today. So I'm mainly going to be looking at NAS100. And it's funny because I just did a one-on-one session last night a few hours ago. I was like, it looks like we're only going to be looking for NAS sales. NAS did a big ass drop last night. And then we had 2 a.m. GBP news, so I think the GBP news kind of helped bring volume into GU and GJ also. We just took the setup. We hit TP3 is back at our entry. I see our price plays out right here. But we had some big moves take place last week. So, after big moves comes some retracement. So we had a lower high and a retracement take place on NAS100 yesterday. And then gold's just been reversing since the big drop last week as well. And then kind of similar thing with GU and GJ. We had big ass retracements take place after the big ass move we had on Thursday. I like this GJ setup. So I'm hopping this also. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to like the live and subscribe if you have not already. And shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday, but we had a hater in the live yesterday. They kept on reporting the live, so I didn't want to lose the page, so we had to end it. So we're going to go live today, though. Don't worry about it. We're going to go live today, though. But that's what we had to end the live, because someone kept on spam reporting it. Should be like that sometimes. So NAS is retesting this level, so we're gonna see if we can maintain this level as resistance. Again, we did hit TP3, then it rejected on us. So we're gonna see if we can maintain this level as resistance right here. It did do a nice drop last night, but we're about to see how today London, New York plays out. And then GU is pushing still also. So there's some nice setups playing out right now. But I see what this next 5 minute looks like. But yeah, we're gonna be on for a cool minute, y'all. We're gonna be on for a cool minute. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today as well. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. What's going on, Alana? How you feeling? I got my hands around Gold's neck right now. Yeah, I know you be on Gold's ass. You be on Gold's ass. I'm leaving it alone today, though. Unless it does a big drop, I'm leaving it alone today. Yeah, GG is pushing. So TP1 on this. GJ pushing. NAS still holding his level as resistance. GU is pushing as well. We're 3 for 3 right now. But I'll see what this next 15 looks like, though. And so NAS still chilling right here. But GU and GJ pushing. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear it. You said gold. Gold to me is like that silver too. Kid finally. Yeah, gold. Yeah, I'm always gonna look at gold too. I made my first $100 ever in it. Well, it wasn't two. It was 2 positions, but it was like a swing trade. But the first $100 I ever made trading was with gold. So gold's always gonna have a special place in my heart as well. But yeah, as far as today, I ain't touching her. I was on live the other day. Copper, I don't know. I never tried it. I used to trade silver. I just like gold better. Like I used to trade everything, y'all. Like if y'all go to the YouTube profile right now, right, and you go to the lives, you go to the oldest lives. When I tell y'all, that's why I can confidently tell y'all this works on everything. Because back in the day, I used to trade every freaking chart. Like literally, I used to trade everything. That's why I know this works on everything. So I used to trade everything, and then plus I use these same rules for crypto, my stock investments. So y'all can trade whatever y'all want. Some charts are smoother than others, right? But that's the beautiful thing of learning price action, understand how the markets work. You can trade whatever, you know what I'm saying? But there are some charts that are better than others, but you can trade whatever. That's the beautiful thing about it. We barely missed TP2. Barely missed TP2. What's going on? What's going on? Those just joined the live. We're currently in NAS100 and GJ. I'm in GU by myself. But in NAS100 GJ moved a little bit too quick to call a signal, but we're in this GJ setup. About to hit TP2 on this. We hit TP3 on NAS and then it rejected. That's why we started the live late, because we was getting to that red, right? That's why we started the live a little bit late. But it's pushing back down right now. Back at TP1, about to see if we can keep on pushing past TP3 for us. And then we're gonna see what GJ can break through this level of traffic right here. Let me know what you think about the playbook too after you finish reading it. And those that got y'all's copies, make sure to leave a rating on the website. Make sure to leave a rating on the website. New 5-minute just popped up. Let's see how these candles will play out. That thing pushing. So we hit TP2 on this. NAS is rejecting on this. But we're still going to hold to SLT because, like I said, hit TP3, then rejected. Did do a nice drop yesterday as well. And we did do a big ass retracement yesterday. But We're still looking for sales. We're still looking for sales. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. Oh, you left the rating list. What's up? Appreciate that. Ice rate. It ice rate 1 to 10 by a clear stay. You at 1 to 1. Appreciate that. Let's see what this next 15 does right here. Well, damn, that shit just rejected like a motherfucker. Well, damn, y'all. Meanwhile, GU's pushing. Shit, let me move my stop loss on GU just in case I want to do what GJ just did. Because what the hell? That shit rejected hard as hell. Let me go ahead and trail my stop loss on GU. That's crazy. It'd be like that sometimes. Well, we're not in this trade no more. NAS is pushing though, so, you know. The other two charts are acting right. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a nasty ass rejection though. Yeah, so GU, my bad, Joe. But GU, yeah, I'm not touching that shit unless it breaks back above this level here. Because we're still in an uptrend, right? But like I said yesterday, we're kind of struggling to continue the trend. Like after Wednesday last week, we had that higher high. Right, we had the higher high, we had the higher low, we made a new higher high. So we've been retesting this level. We retested this level yesterday, so we're still holding this level as support. But what's really going on right now, we just need some volume. We either need some volume to make a new higher high, or we need some volume to just break past this and start the downtrend. So as you can see, price has been stuck in the same level for 4 days straight. So that's what's going on with GJ. But GU, on the other hand, is kind of doing what I was looking for. So GU is doing what I was looking for GJ to do. Right, GU did the same thing. After that big ass push last week, it retraced, but it's still holding its level at support, so it's slowly pushing up. But yeah, GJ rejected like a motherfucker. But it be like that sometimes. And that is why you put your stop loss. Let's put this back up. That shit rejected hard. We're out that trade. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. That shit rejected like a motherfucker though. about to catch it to the chat in a second. Give me 1 second. Why is it that NQ moves so much more volatile than GC? I don't know. I wouldn't really say that's the case either. It kind of just depends. It just depends on the market structure. It all goes back down to market structure. Right? Because every chart is going to have a moment when it's slow. Other charts are going to have moments where they have volume and vice versa. I wouldn't say one's more volatile than the other. Yeah, that was nasty, huh? I know. That's why you gotta put your stop losses in. I learned that lesson a long time ago. Because let's say you didn't put your stop loss. You would have been fucked. You know what I'm saying? That's why you just gotta put your stop loss in TPM. Like I said, the other two charts are pushing. That's why risk reward is important as well, right? Because when we hit TP2 on that and then it rejected, so it was at a 1-to-1. So, but even if you did get your stop loss hit, NAS is about to cancel that out, and that was this GU setup. Now, obviously, not everybody caught this GU setup, but. So until GJ picks up his volume, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Right, because we took a setup Monday, we took a setup Tuesday, we took a setup today, and price has been showing it's been struggling to push. So guess what we're gonna do now? We're going to leave it the fuck alone until it starts to move. That's what y'all do, y'all. Once price shows you it's struggling to do something, you leave it alone until it's done struggling. That's the best way to go about it. Make sure to like the live and subscribe if you have not already, y'all. We just hit 6,000. What we just hit, y'all? We just hit 6,500 subscribers. Let's get to 6,600. We can get to that easily this week. We can get to that easily. Make sure also hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. So far this week, we're still picking up where we left off last week. Last week we went 6-0. The week before that we went 8-2. Just picking up where we left off last month. Last month we went 23 wins, 3 losses. Then last quarter we went 6-9 wins, 10 losses, giving us 87% win rate. Just picking up where we left off from quarter 1, because quarter 1 we did the same thing. January 20 wins, 3 losses. February 19 wins, 3 losses. March 19 wins, 3 losses. Any quarter 1, 58 wins, 9 losses, gives 87% win rate. And we've been averaging 80 to 90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis since 2022. We've been catching these big ass moves since 2022, y'all. Also, the sale ends this week, y'all. The sale ends this week. Make sure you use discount code LOCKEDIN for 25% off. Alright, it ends on my birthday. Alright, I'm ending it on my birthday. Alright. Shout out to those that did use the discount codes. But yeah, GJ just did a nasty ass rejection. So like I said, we're not gonna touch this anymore until it does, like I talked about like 5 minutes ago. So if y'all just hopped into the live, just rewind a little bit. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So we're back at TP3 right now on NAS100. So let's see if we can break past this low right here and keep on pushing. Let's see if we can break past this low right here. pushing. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up. We just hit another TP, y'all. Let me let the members know. I'm gonna cut to the chat in a second. Let me let the members know really quick. So again, y'all, this is canceling out that GJ. Whoops, this is canceling out that GJ setup right here. Alright, this is canceling that GJ setup. Almost at a 1 or 2 on this. What did we just hit? We just hit 2P4. Nobody should close this trade red, y'all. Nobody should close this trade red. I hit the new gym today, and bro, it was 85 and 85. They got the sauna where the workout equipment is. That's crazy. A gym 85 degrees? That's crazy. You said it was a new gym though. Maybe they trying to budget the first couple months. Are you in GC sales right now? Is it dropping? Oh yeah, it is dropping. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm personally not going to trade that until we're back below the lower high, right? So I had this marked up from the one-on-one session I did last night with one of the members of students. Make sure I do have a few slots left for one-on-one sessions, y'all. Again, make sure you just got locked in for all that good stuff. But I was talking about this last night, right? So that's why this is already marked off. So let's just get rid of all this shit, right? Let's just get rid of all this shit. So this is how price ended on Friday, right? So we're in a downtrend. We got the lower high, we got the lower low. Right, this is the lower high right here. It's just like the TikTok lives, y'all. Just like the TikTok lives. This is the lower high, this is the lower low. Right? Then when we pull out that playbook, let's go to the rules of the downtrend. Let's go to the rules of the downtrend. There we go. Right? The only way the uptrend come into play is when it breaks past the lower high or breaks past the lower high and turn the previous resistance level into a support, like how the green arrow shows. So we can see here Monday, Tuesday, price broke past it, and then we broke past it again last night, right? So we're technically in reversal territory. Now I could try to do it like it did a couple weeks ago when we reversed and continue the downtrend, but I don't know that yet. So that's why I'm just waiting for price to either make a higher low, higher high, or turn this resistance level into support, or BCR back down below and continue the downtrend, right? Because literally a couple weeks ago we had the same thing take place when we had the downtrend right here at the beginning of the month. We had the lower high, we had the lower low, right? And then price reversed, same thing, right? It reversed, came back down, held it as support, but then shot back down and continued the downtrend. Then last week we had a lower high, lower low get made, right? So I could try to do the same thing this week, so that's why I'm just kind of waiting, you know, just letting it do its thing for right now. But we're technically not in the uptrend yet, so you're not wrong to go for sales, but that's why I'm just like, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait personally. So GU ended up wicking me out as well. So I'm at the GU setup also. So again, GU, we could look for buys still on this. If we can maintain 33.75 support, we could look for buys. But yeah, I'm just in this NAS setup as of now. Again, nobody should close this trade right. Let's see what this new 15 looks like. New 5-minute about to pop up in about a minute and a half. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. That thing pushing. What gold looking like? Oh, so hopefully I just answered that. Hopefully I answered that before you hopped in here. But if you didn't, if you missed the breakdown, rewind like 5 minutes. But I think I answered that after you asked that in the chat. Is gold going to continue dropping? All right, so I don't remember. I feel like so let me know if you was in here for that, because I just broke it down. So if you missed that gold breakdown, like rewind like 5 minutes or so. But yeah, so I wouldn't say it's going to continue to drop, because like I said, I'm waiting to see if it's going to start the uptrend or bring the downtrend back in. It's technically not an uptrend, it's just reversing right now. It's just reversing right now. Your gold chart looks different. Are you trading? I'm assuming you're trading futures. So if you're trading futures, it's going to look a little bit different, right? Because this is what the Forex gold looks like, right? And if I pull up GC, it's going to look a little bit different. Alright, so there's similarities but slightly different. Also could be the time frame. What time frame you're looking on? Because when I identify the trend, I'm on the daily time frame. So it could be either that's probably the main thing, because they kind of look the same market structure wise. But yeah, so I identify the trend on the daily. Always identify the trend on the daily. Always, always, always. Always, always, always. Yeah, but NAS is dropping right now. That's what's going on there. Yeah, I caught when you broke it down. Good look. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. So, recap of the day. We hit TP2 on GJ, and then that thing motherfucking rejected hard. Caught a nice GU setup, and then we're currently pushing on NAS100 right now. As far as news today, we had GP news pop off about an hour, 2 hours ago. And then later on tonight, we have Australian news. But this week, we don't really got USD news like that. That could change, but as of right now, we don't really got any USD news like that. Make sure to click that link in the description, first link, and join the free server, free Telegram. And make sure to catch up to the YouTube videos. I got a new trade breakdown dropping for y'all later on today. And then tomorrow, I got a day trading tip video dropping for y'all. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. And of course, I got some new content lined up for y'all today on TikTok and Instagram as well. And we're going to go live later. We're going to go live. Alright, fuck the haters. We're going to go live later on TikTok still. They ain't going to stop shit. Your chart says micro gold. Was you the one asking me the other day about that? Or was that somebody else? Because somebody was hitting me up on Telegram asking about that. I don't think it was you. It could have been you. Let me see. The name's different, so unless you go by a different name on Telegram, but somebody was just asking me about that. But all that means when it says micro is that when you take the trade, you're gonna be risking less per tick, right? It's the same shit though, right? It's the same shit. Like for example, like this is GC, but then I put MGC, it's the same shit, right? Only thing that's different is when you're gonna be risking and making different amounts per tick versus if you just did the regular GC, just like MNQ, NQ is the same shit. Only difference is if you do the M, you're gonna be risking less and making less per tick, which is good for smaller accounts versus if you had like a bigger account or a medium-sized account, you could do the regular GC or the regular NQ. But yeah, so the charts and stuff's still the same. It's just when you go into the broker to take a position, instead of GC, you put MGC. Instead of NQ, you put MNQ. You see what I'm saying? Find the groove on this still. But this candle close rule. I set for my sides, man. Level confirmation is biggest one. 215. Are you talking about like the 215? Like the 215 candle? My biggest confirmation is the trend. Like it's the trend. Like I said, like I only go for buys and uptrend, only go for sells. Like I'm so serious. I got over 190 trade breakdowns. Go watch all 190 of those breakdowns. Every trade is always an uptrend or downtrend. Always. Always, always, always. Always, always, always. Right? And that's why some days y'all be seeing me like I'm not touching this chart, right? There'll be some days where I'm not touching a chart for days, right? Like we've been trading NQ lately, but there was like a good month and a half where some of y'all was mad at me because we wasn't touching NQ. You know what I'm saying? There was also like a good month where we wasn't trading GU. Like for example, like GU and GJ, we wasn't touching this motherfucker for like a cool month or 3 weeks at one point. Like when GJ was doing this shit, we was not touching it this entire time. This was like 3 weeks, right? So when I tell y'all once price is not in an uptrend or downtrend, I'm not touching that thing. I'm so serious. Like I'm so serious. So that's my biggest confirmation. Then my second biggest confirmation is, are we holding as support or are we holding as resistance, right? I buy off support levels, sell off resistance levels, right? Those are my two main confirmations. What trend? I go with the trend, and then I'm waiting to see if it's going to hold my level as support, hold my level as resistance. You see what I mean? That's why I don't breakout trade, because look at yesterday, right? Imagine how many poor souls got fucked up on NAS trying to sell, breakout trading, instead of waiting for the BCR, right? That's why I always tell you to wait for the BCR. Always, always, always wait for that BCR. The reason why my bio says trading made simple is because I literally, it's literally this simple, y'all. It's literally this simple. Just go with the trend, wait for the BCR. Now, obviously, there's some steps in between, but like, it's literally that simple. Just wait for the break, close, retest. Right, we broke, close, we retested, held that as resistance, which is why I went for the sell setup here. Retested again, still holding as resistance. Went for the sell setup there. Well, that's my main confirmations. The trend, and if we're holding as support or holding as resistance. You funny as hell. You say good for them. You funny as fuck. No, I figured it wasn't you because like the name's extremely different, but your ass funny as hell. You said good for them, but that ain't me. Nah, I got you though. Yeah, you can't. Like I said, you gonna make money. Like I said, it's especially good like if you don't really know how to calculate your contract size or your lot size. It's definitely good. But if you have Tradeovate, like the Tradeovate app, I don't know about the desktop version, but the Tradeovate app, if you go to the advanced and you put your stop loss and TP in, it's going to tell you how much you're going to be making or risking based on your contract size. So if y'all got Tradeovate, the app shows you that. It worked? That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, so we're just chilling right now. We're currently at 1.5 RR, almost hit a 1 to 2. But I see what this next hour does. But again, nobody should close this trade red. We was in plenty of drawdown, had a retest, we're pushing, and we just saw what happened with GJ. So hopefully everybody's like, yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen again. All right, GU's retesting for those that read into GU. I'm not in this setup no more, but it did do a retest. Again, like I said, if we can hold 33.75 as support, we could look for buys. So shout out to those that's in GU. But as of now, I'm just in NAS100. Alright, let's see what this next hour does. Again, nobody should close this trade right, y'all. I'm gonna be on for a little bit longer. Let me put my charts back up. So I go over the step-by-step in Playmaker University. So to answer your question though, it's based on market structure. Like it all goes back to market structure. Like I'm so sorry, like it all goes back to market structure. And it depends on the trend too. Right? And every chart is slightly different because every chart's market structure is different. Like NAS100 looks different from gold right now. Gold looks different from GU and GJ right now, etc., etc. Let me read the rest of your question. I don't use the weekly though. Like I don't go past the daily. Yeah, so it's just like, so everything's based on the bigger time frames, and then I enter on the smaller time frames. Everything's based on the bigger time frames, then I enter on the smaller. Let's see what else we got. And for NQ, bring your stop loss into profit, take a no loss trade. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Yeah, so when it comes to trading, this is why I'm glad you're on the demo account, because this is why I tell the members and students all the time, especially those that are doing one-on-one sessions. Like after I break down all the steps and the strategy to them, I'm like, this is what you got to do now. Now you just got to be on the demo account, and like I said, you want to stay on the demo account until you can end at least 2 to 4 weeks straight in profit. I really would say 4 weeks, but sometimes when I say 4 weeks, people are like, oh my god, 4 weeks. But yeah, 4 weeks back to back to back to back in profit. But while you're on the demo account, this is when you're also going to figure out what type of trader you are, right? And this is why people fuck up. That's why people say it takes them so long with the psychology. But all trading psychology is discipline, habits, routine, right? So that's what you're supposed to be figuring out on your demo account. You see what I'm saying? What type of trader you are, right? Because you only have a few options. You either hold to SRTB gets hit. Some people are okay with taking that loss short term, knowing they're going to make it at the end of the week back. Or if you don't want to take a loss and you're in profit and you'd rather make some money than no money, then you control your stop loss, right? This is what you got to figure out what type of trader you are, because once you make that decision's set. You know what I mean? And let's say you move your stop loss or profit and you get wicked out and the price keeps pushing your direction in favor. You have to be okay with making that what you made and missing out on the rest of the move, right? These are things that you have to figure out and get okay with, and also solidify your trading plan while you're on the demo account, because that's what fucks a lot of people up. Because that's why you see a lot of people like impulsively do stuff and they don't have a system they can follow and stick to, because on top of them not practicing before they're on a live account, they're feeling a lot more pressure because they're on a live account. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, but you can definitely move your stop loss and profit whenever you want. You can close whenever you want. Like you don't have to hold to every TP. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hold to every TP. You can close whenever you want. Now, if you're in drawdown, like yesterday, hold to SL or TP gets hit. But like if you're in profit, that's why I'm saying nobody should close this trade, right? Because you should have either closed, move SL on profit. I don't really like taking partials, but I know some people do that, right? There's a few things you can do. Because that's another thing. Not every trade is guaranteed to hit the final TP, right? But like I said, this is what you have to figure out what type of trader you are while you're on the demo account. Because there's a bunch of different ways you can manage your account. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you could just either hold the SRTP gets hit and know long term at the end of the week you're going to be in profit. But are you okay with taking losses? Again, the reason why a lot of people blow accounts, and I don't really like to say fail at trading, because it's not a failure rate, it's a quitting rate. But the main reason why people quit at trading and blow a bunch of accounts is not because they lost a trade, right? It's not losing a trade that makes people blow accounts and crash out. It's how people handle that loss. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get, because you gotta ask, how do people blow their account in 1 day or 3 days, right? It's not because of one trade unless they risked 90% of their account in 2 trades. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let me pull gold back up. Gold is slightly trying to push. Because everybody's different. Like, I got some people that are okay. Like I said, they just be on autopilot as OT. You have to figure out what type of trader you are, and then you just have to stick to the trade. Because again, the main reason why people blow accounts is because they don't stick to their trading plan. Like, I hear it all the time. Oh, my issue is this. My issue is that. You know what your issue is, but yet it's so hard to fix it because again, it's habits. It's habits. Right, that's what trading psychology is. Right, nobody wants to go deep into it. I'm gonna go deep into it. All it is habits, discipline, routine. That's literally all it is. Habits, discipline, routine. And I talk about that in this video right here. I think it's in this video. Hold on 1 second. Talk about it in this video as well as in the trading psychology playbook. Alright, so I talk about in this video as well, and then like I said, I got other books. I got a bunch of books. I just don't be promoting all the motherfuckers, but I also talk about it in this book right here. Right, so again, when you get the playbook, you can either get this book separately or the playbook in a bundle of 2 to 3, or you get all these books for free. Jump Plan University, but I talk about it in this book as well. Right, I forgot. I might show this in that video, but I talk about this in the book as well, the Trader's Mindset Playbook. Right, so I go over the trading plan, trading psychology, and I help break down everything to the T. Because again, it's the charts and the psychology that fucks people up. Right, because you see on the line every day. Everybody knows every candlestick name and pattern. They know all the news events and outcomes, but yeah, they still are fucking up on the charts because they don't understand the rules of price, and they're not sticking to the trading plan, or they don't have a trading plan. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have all 3 down. You gotta have all 3 down. But like I said, nobody should close this trade red. Kind of weird on my. I need to get some coffee. I've been trying not to drink coffee that much. I ain't gonna lie, someday I'll be needing that shit. Let me cut you to the chat though. Yeah, let me know once you sign up. Because with the one-on-one sessions, you get 4 sessions a week. You get access to the Signal Room as well. So you get 1 session a week, 4 sessions. Not my bad. 4 sessions a month, not a week. Let me correct that. 4 sessions a month, 1 session a week. Each one's an hour long. Each one's recorded sent to you same day, and those are yours to keep for life. So it's definitely a good return on your investment. So we just retapped this level again. So again, y'all, nobody should close the trade red. But if you're back at your entry, you didn't do a damn thing, you made your choice, hold the SRTB gets hit. Or until we're in profit again. Let me see what else y'all talking about. Me and Jordan be going at it every day. You just gotta be okay with it. Like I say all the time. Like, you was in live yesterday. You saw what happened with GJ. We was chilling. We was about to hit stop loss. Like, hey, I'm still holding. And I think shot back in profit. You see what I'm saying? But you have to understand, drawdowns are part of the game. Because think about it. It can happen But it's insane to think, right, that as soon as you enter a trade, price is just going to push in your direction. Like without retracing, without retesting, without rejecting. That as soon as you enter a trade, it's just going to immediately push in your direction. Now, can that happen? Yeah, it happens all the fucking time. But it's not going to always be like that, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always going to be like that. So think about it. As soon as you take a trade, you're in drawdown. Unless price is flying in your direction, as soon as you enter a trade, you're in drawdown, right? Drawdown's a part of the game. Drawdown's a part of the game. That's why you have to. I'm giving away too much, but not everybody's going to watch these lives anyway, so fuck it. Shout out to those in the live, right? But that's why you have to have a trading plan. You should know exactly per trade how much you are risking. Every trade I take, I know exactly how much I'm risking and exactly how much I'm making. Not only do I know exactly how much I'm risking, I'm okay with what I'm risking, which is also what helps me be okay with the drawdown. You see what I'm saying? So I talk about that in that book as well, but you just gotta understand that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you're gonna feel some type of way in the beginning. That's normal, but you just gotta get used to it. You just gotta build it again. It's just building that muscle, just like in the gym. You just gotta build that muscle. Just gotta build that muscle. That's all it comes down to. You just gotta build that muscle. You said I'm more focused on getting good with my market structure and execution than profits now. If I can secure 30, 50 points from a good setup, I'll be good in my trading start. It's been good. Yeah, so once you get down with the market structure, you're going to start to realize like you're going to consistently catch the same amount of points or pips, but you don't want to necessarily target a certain amount of points or pips, if that makes sense. But yeah, you definitely want to understand market structure first. Like I was just talking to a member in the 1-on-1 session last night. I was like, till this day, and I know it's not, when I tell people this, it sounds crazy, but till this day, the more I focus on my game plan, I make more money. Versus when I focus on making money. When I focus on making money, I make less money. I know that sounds crazy, but when I focus on making money, I make less money. When I just focus on the charts in my game plan, I make more money. This is a wonderful hour. Yep. Yeah, you just gotta get used to it. Just gotta get used to it. That's also why I don't connect. One, because I live stream, but two, that's also why I don't connect my broker to TradingView. Because what do most people do as soon as they take a trade? They immediately look at their P&L flickering red and green. That's helpful, right? That's not telling you shit, right? You took that trade based on the charts, so you should continue to look at the charts. You see what I'm saying? Just like sometimes we be in drawdown, people are like, damn, we're in drawdown. I'm like, yeah, we're in drawdown, but we didn't even we're not even close to the SL. You know what I'm saying? We're just in drawdown because it's a little bit above our entry. You see what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I just look at trading, because this helps me stay focused on what the hell's going on. No, you got it. You just gotta, like I said, just practice, practice, practice. Just practice, practice, practice. When you get those reps in, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. This thing's back at TP2 right here. Just a nice little retest. Gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Gonna be on for a little bit longer. New 15 about to pop up. Again, y'all had another chance. Don't get comfortable, because this is when people crash out as well, when they get an opportunity, and then, you know what I'm saying? So again, this is why you gotta have a trading plan. Just stick to the trading plan, turn your brain off. Right? Just like with the charts. Uptrend, buy, downtrend, sell. Ain't no ifs or what ifs, none of that shit, right? Just gotta keep it simple and consistent. Just gotta keep it simple and consistent. Do I have a prop firm? Well, I trade Forex prop firms. So I don't really speak too much on the futures ones. I can only tell you the ones that I have students that pass to make money on. So let me just go through some of them really quick. You know, obviously there's Top Step. Let me go through a few other ones. Give me 1 second. There's Top Step. I got another I have a few other students that use my funded futures. Give me 1 second. I saw they use Lucid. There's a few. There's a few. You just gotta look at the rules, because there's pros and cons to all of them. Just look at the rules and what type of systems work for you. Look at the photos. Let's see real quick. I got some students, the funded trader, my funded futures, Top Step. I feel like I'm missing one. I think there's another one that Lucid, Apex Trader Funding, Lucid. Yeah, so just do the research, because like I said, the thing about prop firms, like, they're gonna tell you like what their rules are and the parameters and shit like that. Funded Trader. Oh no, that's Top Step. Yeah, but I use Forex ones personally, but yeah, I heard to take prop trader as well. Yeah, but like I said, the rules be similar. They just be slightly different, and then their payouts might be slightly different as well. So just make sure to just read those, and also the pricing is going to be different also. So just look at that. But the game plan is still the same. You know what I mean? And then they'll always tell you exactly what you need to do to fail and to pass, right? So just make sure to read the fine print and stick to the rules. But yeah, I'm about to hop off here. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure you hit that first link in the description. Join the free student, free Telegram. We'll shoot you live later on today on TikTok, so make sure to follow me on TikTok. I see it under the screen scrolling, _ Playmaker Way _ Make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. Playmaker, what is it? Yeah, Playmaker _ Way is the Instagram. And like always, you want to contact me directly, DM me on there or Telegram. I respond to all messages. And yeah, peace, we out.